number one, the NHL is full of morons. I don't care what you say. You can call me ignorant or ridiculous or whatever you say, but I'm sorry. When a stick check is a penalty and a slight check into the boards is a hit from behind that leads to 7 games or 5 games of a suspension, I understand that one, but when a stick check is a penalty, how can a blindsided shoulder hit to the head of a player who's released the puck and doesn't see it coming, gets hit to the head, falls to the ice, out for season, how does that not warrant a penalty? I can almost understand that the 3 referees that were staring at it didn't call a penalty, because maybe in the rules, apparently, that's legal, fine. But once you review the tape, I don't care what you say, the hit is malicious. There is intent to deliver a hit, a blindsided hit on a player, and the only part of the player's body that was hit was his head. So, Matt Cook should have been suspended. Didn't happen. As a Bruins fan, that makes me angry. That's number one. Now, also on the other hand, is the Bruins' response to this. No, Matt Cook should have been bleeding from the asshole before this game ended. Okay? By someone on the Bruins. Now, that didn't happen either. So again, as a Bruins fan, I'm upset. So that's strike 2. Here's strike number 3. Michael Ryder, who hasn't scored a goal in about 10 games or something at this point, is staring right at the play. Staring, and I don't care if you're a fan who isn't, if you're not a fan of the Bruins and you say, well, he shouldn't do anything because it was a legal hit. It doesn't matter. There's legal hits all the time that are hard or aggressive, and even though there's no penalty, the players all converge and there's a fight or there's something results from it because players protect each other. Okay, so throw that out the window, that Michael Ryder didn't attack him because it was legal, and that's why Ryder didn't think he had to. Bullshit. And there's no way that Michael Ryder didn't see the hit. And even if he didn't see the hit, he saw the result, and he knew who the player was because he skated over to Matt Cook, but he didn't do anything but give him a little hug on the shoulder, and then they stopped, and that was it. He should have been pummeled to the ground, bleeding from the asshole. Milk should have been coming out of his breasts. But that didn't happen. So that's strike number 3 as a Bruins fan, how I'm disappointed. So then you think maybe on the next play, the players were shocked. Something happened to Mark. Everybody was shocked. It's understandable. But that's okay. There's plenty of time left in the game. We're going to get them back. Didn't happen. As a Bruins fan, I'm disappointed. Strike number 4. Okay, but it's okay, everybody, because the media calls the Bruins out, the fans call the Bruins out. In fact, we do everything to call the Bruins bitches, for the most part. So they sort of respond a little bit, the next night, leading into March 18th, we all know Pittsburgh in about a week and a half is going to be back in Boston this time, in front of our fans, our crowd. We know there's no suspension to this son of a bitch, Matt Cook. We know that Mark Savard is out for season because of this. And we have a shot at Matt Cook, who will play in this game. Anyway, so what happens? The game starts with all this media anticipation, everything. What do? Of course, Sean Thornton challenges right away Matt Cook. Now, that was exciting. It was fun. And it was about the last fun thing that happened in the game. And people think that even though Thornton got those extra punches in and really gave it to Matt a little bit there, that was enough. It was not enough by far for me or for any Bruins fan. So, by the end of the night, not another thing happened to Matt Cook. Nothing happened besides the fans booing him and cheering, "We want Cook." Now, that wasn't a little, "We want Cook, we know you did something to Savard." That's not what that was. That was somebody fucking run this guy, okay? We're not done yet. Now, everything else I have to say, you can exclude Sean Thornton and you can exclude Zdeno Chara, and you know what? You can even exclude maybe Milan Lucic because he threw some pretty big body hits out there, and he's injured and everything else. So maybe even throw him in a gray area. But Zdeno and Sean Thornton, you did your job, and that's all that had to be done. But let me tell you something. The rest of the team, what the fuck are you doing? Nobody went after Matt Cook. Nobody continued to pour on the body shots. Zdeno Chara, finally fed up, had to fight Rupp, or whatever the hell his name is. He even scored a goal, and I don't even know who he is. And you could tell on the look on Zdeno's face was, am I going to have to do this? I'll do something if nobody else will. And that's what he said, because the rest of the team